Hey, everybody. Welcome to Open the Gates. I am your host, Matt Burke. And this is a show where we have creators coming on. They talk about their campaigns and their crafts, and they share the, worlds that they're building. And we get to cross that threshold. Tonight, we're going to have on Robert Geronimo. He's going to be talking about his massive world and his new campaign, and that is Blood Realm. So if you guys give a warm welcome to Robert. What's up, man?
What's going on? Greetings, travelers. How you doing? Thanks for having me.
Oh man, for sure. Thanks for stopping by, man. How's the week going, or what's left of it?
It's going pretty good. Got some work done, and that's the main thing, right? Got my little checklist of pages I needed to get done, so I got done more than I expected, so I'm happy. Pete'll be happy.
Oh yeah, right. I love it. Don't you just love knocking out lists? It just doesn't
great.
feel, you're just checking them off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just finished a page before I went on, and I'm like, yes, I'm ready to go.
Oh man, yeah, that's so awesome, and like I've been digging a lot of the like artwork that you're putting out there for the campaign.
Thanks, man.
Just seeing what you're going to be doing with the next book. You're going to do more of a deep dive with one of the main characters. So that I'm looking forward to. So
I'm glad.
Yeah, man, hell yeah. I mean, I know who you are. But for those who don't know who you are, maybe you can, tell a little bit about yourself.
Sure, yeah. I'm the creator of the dark fantasy comic series Blood Realm, published by Alterna Comics. And my goodness, how many years has it been? I think it's been, can't be 5-6 years.
Time flies, man. It's crazy. Like the last like even few years, went by pretty quick.
Yeah, it's insane. Yeah, so I'm going on this is the 13th issue that's coming out, and the new campaign that was just on the pre-order campaign, still available on alternacomics.com. And wow, yeah, I'm just gonna keep going till the story's done. That's it.
That's cool, man.
That's gonna keep going. Great. Yeah, and my love of history and mythology, religion, because I'm also a professor of art history, so I love this stuff. And
nice.
Blood Realm is like my gateway for all of this stuff, art history, sure. And all that stuff. I just love it, man.
Yeah, that's cool, man. And so for like those of you that don't know, Blood Realm is this like massive immersive universe that Robert has made, and I picked up every issue thus far, and Rob's got a really badass style too. And
thank you.
He's almost like a genre unto himself, man. He's one of those artists out there in the scene that is I would consider him a visionary. He's on a short list. You guys definitely got to check it out. I was wondering, man, you got a favorite band?
Favorite band? Yeah, I do. I do.
Band or something?
I see everybody asks. They think I'm a metalhead. It's so funny.
Yeah, I know.
I get it all the time. I really do. Yeah, and I don't listen to metal, but the readers always recommend metal bands, and I end up loving them.
Right.
Especially this genre. This is gonna be funny because like this is what's going on. Madness Comic Network. Thanks for joining. Gothic metal.
Yeah.
I love that genre.
There's so many. For every genre of music. There's a metal genre of it. That's what's so funny about it.
So cool. It's so cool.
It's just the blues and punk rocks kind of sped up a little bit.
That's exactly what it is. So, but there's something about it that feels so, I can't even describe it, almost cosmic.
Yeah, cosmic, raw, primal.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's either you like it, sometimes you don't.
Right. Yeah. I would love a list of recommendations when this is over. So you want to send me
for
stuff,
sure, man.
Please.
And I know, obviously, like when you're a big history buff and beyond that. I mean, you teach art history. I've been checking out too a lot of your videos. You were over in Italy for a minute, right?
Oh yeah, that was unreal.
Yeah, right.
It's hard to really grasp because like you sit there, you see these things, you hear these things, you hear about the Roman Empire, you hear about all this stuff, and then when you see it and you see how these things are still there, and we're building things that need to be fixed constantly every 15, 20 years.
Yeah,
you can't help but sit there and go, what happened? What happened here?
Where did we go wrong? They got plumbing and like
they got all of it. It's amazing. It really is amazing, and you can't help but be swept up in that vibe and that inspiration, you know. So that was real good creative juices for me for this next volume, because I'm really going to be telling something epic. This is the biggest Blood Realm story, and it's going to have your vibes of Alexander the Great, Julius Caesar, even Moses, you know what I mean? Like very biblical,
Yeah.
you know, King David stuff like that. It's a very biblical, epic story that has that timeless quality to it, those timeless themes, which I feel we're losing. You know, I feel like if we don't connect into the stuff that was made by our ancestors, you know, there's a reason why this stuff transcends and we carry it over. But now when we start to ignore it, things get so dull. I mean, you look at stuff that's made today, it's empty, it's hollow. It's almost like you have these artists who are trying to search for something.
Yeah.
You know, they can't figure out the root of this fantastic stuff because they're trying to do it themselves. They're just copying.
Yeah.
You got to hone into that old stuff.
Go look for it. Do the deep dive, you know?
Yeah.
Find out where, like, a lot of these heroes, even these comic characters that we love, you know, where did it stem from? Right? Exactly. Over there and in there in the books, you know?
1,000%. 1,000%. I mean, you look at those Greek gods, those Greek statues, you know, look at the statues of Caesar, you know, and you're sitting there, you're just like, my God, this is the typical Superman superhero build right here.
It is. Yeah. Where you could just,
we're channeling that.
Right? Hercules, Samson,
yes.
You know, that was like a big, when I was a kid, like it was almost like a graphic novel. Like now they have the Action Bible. But I had one growing up, and Samson was always like one of my favorites. You know, you cut his hair off, and it's just
it's so crazy. And when you read the story, he's like tearing people apart when he's sent into war.
and with David, you know, like you just as a kid, you just hear about him as a shepherd, you know, and he's
that's right.
Ding, but you don't hear all the other metal stuff he does, like all the crazy, you know, bloodthirsty, you know, Robert E. Howard stuff.
But
you know what
true.
I mean?
Yeah, God can send him on conquests, and it's just like you're sitting there, you're just like this, and the Ark of the Covenant, you're like, this is wild.
Totally, and it's funny, like side quest. My middle name's David, and I got a new job, and half the people there name it David, you know, and I'm like, you guys know about David and Goliath, right? And like, yeah, ding, you know, and we start talking about, I always forget the name, not the seraphim, but the what Goliath was. The name escapes me. I use it every day, but I can't say it right now. Nephilim. There we go.
Was he a Nephilim, or was he just a giant? I think he was just a giant.
From my understanding, he was a Nephilim.
Oh, he was.
That's what I've heard. With the extra finger and the extra row of teeth, but I like that. It's another, you know, another argument altogether. Which I have to research that.
Yeah, it's been a while since I
and I talked to him, like, go read about him a little more. If not, check him out on YouTube. Check out the History Channel. Check out Discovery. Check about what he did after that. You know, he went on. He was a badass. I seen that Napoleon piece you did, man. That was badass.
Oh, thank you.
Are you hyped up for that movie or what?
I am. That movie looks really cool. I have to say, I'm a big fan of Ridley Scott films, and they just feel very epic. You know, I love me some good historical epics. You know,
right, yeah.
You know, the only thing is, I wish they had a little bit of a French accent in the movie, but I get it. You know, everyone's English.
I think I caught a little bit of that the other day, like when you on one of your live streams. You know, And for me, I'm like, I was real hard on like, all right, if you're doing, you know, the World War II one, you know, and you're doing it from the asshole side, do the German accent, you know.
Yes,
and if you're doing like, you know, something, and at least throw on the accent, you know.
Yes, attempt it,
you know. And then, but then later on, I watched this movie. You might love it or hate it, but it was with Nicolas Cage and Ron Perlman. It's called Season of the Witch, and they're you know, they're Crusaders,
so much fun.
and it's just cheesy, like Hammer, like, you know, Crusade movie, Hammer-esque.
Yes,
and I mean, Christopher Lee's in there.
Yes,
he's a leper, and you know, Nicolas Cage's like, you know, no one really knows what we sounded like back then. You know, they might have sounded American, you know, and I'm just like, well, maybe they did. He's like, because they were French, like there were all these different people, and like he's talking about like all their different accents, you know. I'm like, he might have a point, and so that was always cooking in the back of my head. But there's still that, like, dude, try to attempt the accent of, I mean, because American or English is the international language, right?
Sure,
I watched this movie called Medieval. Have you seen that one?
I did not see that. How was that?
Oh, dude, I loved it, bro.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna check it out. I saw the
Oh,
trailer and I was like, whoa,
and
this
I
looks
didn't
like
know
I
he
would
was
like
he
it.
was supposed to be like the most badass medieval general, and the movie
Hmm.
isn't even about him being the general. It's before that,
It's
and
before, yeah.
it keeps you guessing. You know, like, oh, these, like, I don't want to spoil it, but just like he's got his buddy, he's got his band of men, you know,
Yeah.
and it's Ben Foster. He's a cool like character, you know, Gary Oldman esque type actor
Oh
that's
yeah.
popping up
He's a
in
good
different
actor.
movies. So
Hmm.
good, and he's a little guy.
Hmm.
So I kind of like that. You know, it's got that like Logan kind of feel. You know, he's getting in there in a
Mm.
lot of the movies, and same thing with this one. But he has
Yeah.
this mace, the mace that he uses. It's just a standard, you know, not with the chain, but he just uses the mace and just, oh my gosh, like I was really impressed with the movie. And then at the end, like they tell you, like, wait, just go check it out. I don't want to spoil
Yeah.
anymore.
I'll
Yeah,
check it out. So it's based on a true figure. I didn't know that.
I
Okay.
didn't know that either. And you know, every now and then you get, you know, you gotta sift through all the, you
Yeah.
know, until you
Sure.
find that gem, you know, with
I know.
music and movies, horror movies, all kinds of stuff, you know. And
Yeah.
that one, I was really impressed with that. But for me, I'm like anything that's swashbuckling, I'm a swashbuckling stan. Like, I'll try to watch it. You know, if they got a
Yeah.
sword in there,
Oh
I'm gonna
yeah.
like attempt to watch it. You know,
The
so
Solomon Kane movie was really good.
dude, I love the Solomon Kane movie.
Yeah.
I
I wish
love
they
that
made a
movie.
sequel to that. I really do.
Oh,
That
or
guy
even
was
a TV
perfect.
show. He was so good. Purefoy.
Yeah.
I could watch that movie over and over. You know, and they never. That's my buddy Brian's. That's his favorite character, Brian Kreischow, Six Gun
Mm.
Gorilla Rider. He loves
Oh,
Solomon
nice.
Kane. But
Oh, it's a great character.
yeah, and then Robert E. Howard. Now that was his baby. He never took off like Conan did. But
Right.
yeah, he's cool. I got that Savage Tales of Solomon Kane
It's
for
great
like $10.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think it's
Yep.
from Amazon. Can't beat it.
Oh, no way.
Like a year ago. Oh, we
Oh,
got what up,
Red
Sugar
Dress
Chris?
Chris.
Thanks for stopping by, brother.
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, man. I was wondering, man, what's your favorite movie? Since we're talking about
Mm.
Napoleon and whatnot, and Ridley
Yeah, yeah,
Scott.
yeah. Favorite movie? Well, I will say that there's one movie that I watched over and over and over again. That was Gladiator. Probably
Yeah,
watched that movie the most out of everything, to be perfectly honest.
that's a solid movie, man. That's a really
Yeah.
solid movie. I remember when it came out.
Yep. Yeah, I saw that in the theaters and I was like,
So you excited for the sequel?
yeah, I mean, interesting.
Yeah.
I'm always I'm always leery now with Hollywood, and like, oh, are they milking things because everything's being milked.
Yeah,
But
totally.
I mean, if we could get back in that arena again, I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool, man.
That would
And
be
Ridley
really
Scott's
good.
doing it.
I know.
And then
Yeah.
Napoleon, he's coming back. Joaquin's coming back, I guess, because it's the
What?
baby that him and his sister have is the main star, allegedly, from the movie. Because you know how they have that.
That their sister had. Well, that kid was the son of her and her other ex-husband. Or was it they have an
I think they have another kid, or it's him, one of the two.
Whoa.
So I'm like, oh, that's interesting. You know,
I
I'm
gotta
always
see
down
that.
for any of the Scott movies. You know, they're just
Right. I mean, and it's the movie is so much fun, and obviously it's not historically accurate, but I will say the cool thing is that Emperor Commodus was killed by a gladiator.
oh, okay,
But not in an arena,
right,
but
right.
he was drowned. He was basically like choked and drowned to death in a bathhouse because they
That's crazy.
planned it. Yeah, because he was such a terrible, terrible emperor. So that was true. They got that down pat. Marcus Aurelius was his father, but his son was just a rotten little bastard.
Oh
So
man,
so eventually, all he wanted to do was be a gladiator. He's obsessed with it, right? And it was really disgraceful for an emperor to want to be essentially a slave.
Right,
no,
right.
no, you don't want to be a gladiator. You got to stop that. And he would waste all this money on the games. He was just not really doing any of the duties as emperor. So eventually, they paid the guy who was training him to be a gladiator to kill him. So they put him into his bathhouse, had the gladiator there with him in the bathhouse. They just like guard at every stand, close the doors, and
whack.
killed him.
Oh man,
So
that's crazy.
so technically there is truth to it, So
Yeah,
gladiator
Yes.
did kill him.
he got his comeuppance. There was another
Yes.
movie two that came out. I don't know if you checked it out. I wanted to bring up was the Northman. Did you see that one?
I did see that. Yeah.
What were your thoughts on that one?
I like the way it looks, but it was if I'm a big fan of Conan the Barbarian, and
Right,
I
right.
see your shirt there, so there you go. That's one of my favorite films as well. Even the second one, even the
Yeah, a little
second one.
destroyer action.
Yeah, yeah. But Northman and Conan the Barbarian, the film, are literally the same movie,
Yeah,
and
and
two,
Hamlet.
yeah, yo, and Hamlet, yeah,
Because
exactly.
that's where it came from allegedly.
Conan or Northman.
Northman.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I could see that. But when
Because it
you
was Hamlet and Hamlet. That was his name.
that's true. Okay. Okay. I mean, I really enjoy the way it looks and seeing that film and the brutal action, but I felt like it was just a little too close to Conan the
To
Barbarian.
Conan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cuz then I'm
I,
like, I want to watch what it's derivative of, and that's Conan the
right.
Barbarian because that
And that's
movie just rocks.
oh yeah, dude, totally. And like that was like what I liked about Northman because it was like a Viking semi historically accurate, not 100%, but I
Right,
mean, they
right.
had the archaeologists there and whatnot, but that's that was one thing I liked about it.
Yeah.
But a lot of people didn't like it because it wasn't epic enough and it was more of a personal like journey, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
But
But still a solid movie though.
yeah, it's pretty cool. I
Yeah.
liked it a lot.
Yeah.
Um
The
yeah, I liked it.
characters were great. That fight at the end was so awesome.
Yeah, and like the little sport they
Love.
had, with the he's fighting that one dude I think
God.
from the Game of Thrones with the stick,
Yep, yep.
that was pretty cool. And then the
Yep.
whole like one shot where I think it's a Uf Herdner, the
Uh-huh.
berserker in the beginning.
Oh
We got the wolf
yeah.
skin. He's right. That's my favorite part of the whole movie. That
That
whole
movie's
where he's with
oh,
the Rus Vikings, the Russian Vikings.
yes, I agree.
He's
That stuff
completely
was my
gone
favorite.
too. Like he's like and they weren't afraid to shy away from like the evil stuff that they did too. Like with
Oh,
the
dude,
burning and
without a doubt. I mean, I was just going through some notes and books on Alexander the Great, and I mean, we really forget. Like, yes, of course, what he did was great, and you cannot help but be infatuated with. You can't help it. It's just how do you conquer the known world by the age
right.
of 30?
I
Like the
know, right?
largest
What am I
empire in the
doing? I
world.
just turned 40 on Tuesday.
See, there you go. You know what I mean? It's like, what the heck am I doing wrong here?
Yeah.
And it's insane. It
Yeah.
almost feels superhuman,
Mhm.
But then you realize like there was this one battle he had on, I don't know how you pronounce it, in Tyre, Tyre, and they gave him such a hard time because he wanted to conquer these people, and they were so stubborn because he was like, come on, I'm winning, it's over, just give up. He was so frustrated, his men were so frustrated, he said, fine, I'll let you crucify all of the survivors, 3,000 of them, along the
Oh,
beach. And we have reports of just the people were sailing would just see for miles the crucifixes
oh
down the
man.
beach on the coast of Tyre. And you're just
Oh,
like, man, he did that too. You can't
oh,
help but sit there and be like, also did that. That's
yeah.
right.
Oh my
Oh
God.
man. Brutal.
So brutal, man.
Yeah, I know. But you can't help but sit there and be like, but still, like, wow.
Yeah, it's just awestrucken, right? Or
Yeah.
stricken.
It
Yeah.
doesn't feel real. Doesn't feel real.
I was wondering, man, like, so you write,
Mhm.
you illustrate,
Right.
you're a Renaissance man in a lot of different ways.
Thank you. Man.
Who are some of your artistic influences?
Sure. I would say, in terms of comics, I'll start with comics first.
Okay.
Comics was Frank Miller. Frank Miller was number one because I love the fact that this guy he was creating his own stories, and he was drawing them, and he was lettering them. He was doing everything, and he had his look. Every time I was in a comic book shop, I could easily tell that, this was Sin City was Frank Miller. Okay, 300's Frank Miller, of course. That's the
That's
Frank
Frank.
Miller. Yeah, exactly. And I just really gravitated to that because I'm someone who always wanted to kind of try and tell my own stories and have that control of the design. So
So
he was a big influence for me. So number
yeah,
one, Frank Miller in the comic world.
like that's
Without
for
a
sure
doubt.
with you. Like I that's a Geronimo piece. Like
Oh, cool.
there's a few things you do where I'm like, okay, and again,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. So Frank Miller and
Yeah.
who else? Was he
Frank
the main
Miller.
one?
So then there's another comic book guy, but he's actually an illustrator. Sergio Topi, and he was an Italian illustrator, and then he did comics for a period. And his stuff is just gorgeous. And
Yeah, his layouts. Oh my god! Because I mean, I'm a big fan of
huge
Simonson, and
influence.
he was
Yes.
Topi's a big influence on him, and you could see it
Oh
like
yeah.
a lot, you know. And
Oh yeah,
so
huge, huge. And there's so many artists too. I mean, even Mignola was like, I'm indebted to Toppy, you know.
yeah,
And I feel the same way. There's other artists on Instagram too. You could see they're just like really inspired by the Topi, layout and design. Because I love that he just saw the page as a whole design, not like a
yeah,
bunch of panels. So
right.
that's sometimes I want to do that, to give some breath in each page, to just break it up with a little topiness,
Yeah, like each one of your pages, as far as the stuff I've seen is like a poster, a work of art. It says a lot.
Thank you.
So if people
Yeah.
look at your storytelling, it's not like your average comic book. And I can tell you
Right.
put a lot of thought into each page. Each page has a balance, a concept, and a composition.
That's it.
It's really awesome, dude.
Thank you.
That's cool, man.
Thank you.
Topi and Miller. Miller's one of my favorites too.
Yeah. So those would be the two like comic book influences, and the third would be the Baroque painter Caravaggio, my absolute favorite.
He's heavy, man. He's heavy.
Yeah.
He's very realistic and heavy and brutal. And when I mean like those stark blacks, where he has that a lot of the time, right? And these figures that are usually doing something very dramatic.
Oh yeah.
And at a realistic level. And it's
realistic level.
How long ago was he alive? Like 1,000 years ago or something?
That was, let's see. Actually, no, that was 1600. That was 1602. So not
that long ago.
No.
I mean, not really.
Right, but still, but yeah, you're right. Not in the grand scheme of things. But man, I mean, just the violence. And then what's even crazier is when you learn about the man himself, then you're just like, oh, he was a murderer. Okay.
Oh, okay. That
he murdered someone. Okay, I get it. But that mix, with that style, which is so Caravaggio. So that's the other thing, I guess, going back to that, right? Like that look is Caravaggio, where he actually had insane group of followers after he died called Caravaggisti, and they were just copying his style. They were so indebted to him. They never met him, but they were just copying. They felt like they were part of like this almost cult
connection.
Yeah,
the energy, right? Kept on going through like a ghost, right?
Yes, like a ghost,
a supernatural artistic entity.
Yeah,
that,
exactly. Well said.
That's them all.
Right. So that's what happened. So, but yeah, so those were the big three, I would say, for me.
That's cool, man. And as far as like let's say writing, do you have any it doesn't have to be comics, but if so, that's cool too, dude.
Oh yeah, I would say so. The two big authors for me, number one was Michael Crichton. That's when I really got into reading. I really love Crichton's books.
13th Warrior.
13th Warrior. There you go. That's Eaters of the Dead. That book.
Eaters of the Dead, dude. Oh man,
my favorite novel of all time, Sphere. I absolutely love Sphere.
It's a pretty solid movie.
Yeah. Oh, the movie. Yeah, I enjoy the movie. It gets ripped to pieces, but I love that book, and that book is epic. So Michael Crichton, then Robert E. Howard.
Okay.
I just loved his writing style. I would just when I was young, I would just, even still to this day, I read the Conan stories, and just the way he words things.
It's like a filet mignon. There's no fat on it, but it's real juicy and tender, and it's just straight to the point.
Yes. Yes. Oh man.
And plot driven,
Right.
Right. I don't know. Like that's who I've read most of the time.
Yes.
Is his stuff. So.
Oh, it's great. No, it's so those two, and then of course, I like to call him Uncle Tolkien.
Oh yeah, right.
Because he's the father of really all of that, the genre in terms of the fantasy with the elves and all that stuff. So, Hobbit is one of, I would say, Sphere, Hobbit are my two big books.
So what did you think of the Lord of the Rings movies and like the Hobbit movies?
I love them all. I love them. I mean, obviously, the Hobbit. Yeah,
I didn't expect that from you. That's crazy.
Oh, really?
Because I fucking love the Hobbit movies, like just as much as the other ones. I'm actually watching the Two Towers right now with my kids, at least my daughter.
Oh, nice.
But we're watching the extended ones. I'm like, do you want to watch this the way I watched it in the movie theaters, or do you want to see the extended? Get all the all the lore. And she's like, yeah, let's watch the extended ones. And I'm like, okay, cool. but like there's certain scenes where like be careful because they have like the decap stuff, But I'm like, yeah, those are goblins, and I don't know. It's kind of, but my son, he can't watch it because he's too young.
Okay.
But yeah, man, like a lot of people do not like the Hobbit movies. They hate them. Like they can't.
Ironically, it's funny, but I watch those more. Maybe it could be because who knows? Maybe I watched the other ones so much that that I hate to say, maybe like they don't surprise me as much because I consume them so much. It could be.
Yeah.
But every time I watch those Hobbit movies, I find something new.
Yeah.
I just love it, and I really like I mean, I don't know how Tolkien would have felt about it, but the rated R version of
the battle, so brutal. Well, I mean, and there's a lot. It seems like there's like just like a hair more action in them too. And you got like Beorn, you got the werebear. You just got the cool and I got the same feeling of watching Fellowship as I did an Unexpected Journey, because you have the band of friends and they're going on a quest, and
I love those two.
Yeah, those are my two favorites out of all six.
Yes,
but I do love Battle, and I thought Legolas, they gave him even more time to shine. I thought he was kind of a cool character.
Oh yeah, I love watching. I agree. That's so funny. My favorites is Fellowship, and then the what's the second one? What's the first one called? Rather,
Unexpected Journey, I think.
Unexpected Journey, and then I love Battle of the Five Armies.
Yeah,
those
it's so cool.
Those are them.
We watch those. Like I'm like the annoying dad that's like, okay, so start like right after Halloween. So we're watching all 6 of these movies from now. So like you got the Christmas tree night. You got we're decking the Christmas tree up. We're watching this one. We're Thanksgiving. We're watching that one. On Christmas Eve, this one. Christmas Day. Like we're watching all 6 of them somehow in those 2 months. Even if we're putting them on the background, I like the feeling. I remember when those first came out. Like they would always come out they would always come out on Christmas Day. I think the first trilogy. So, yeah, that's cool, man. I love those movies.
All right. Yeah, no, they get so much. People are too hard on them. I get it. They could have been. I mean, there's no doubt that, especially that second one, could have been trimmed. A lot of it could have been trimmed. That's the one when we get to Smaug. Such a great scene, but then the whole thing with the dwarves when they're turning on the forge, I'm just like, all right, come on. We don't need to be doing this.
Yeah.
We don't need to be doing this right now.
Yeah, no, there's got to be a little trim every now and then.
Yeah,
spots.
But I still love them.
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
Mm-hmm.
I was also wondering too, as far as your page setup and your scripting process.
Mm-hmm.
How you want to go into that a little bit? I mean,
sure.
I think that'd be kind of cool. Like, do you start? How do you go about that when you're starting out a new book, like thumbnails and script? How do you do that?
Yeah. Well, I normally try to just get really inspired, mostly through music. I like a lot of, like when you say my favorite bands, it was hard for me to pick because always listening to orchestral soundtracks all the time.
I got some stuff for you. I'm a DM for you later on.
Oh, I can't wait.
Might not.
I can't. No, yeah, I love it. I love listening to obviously the Gladiator soundtrack. I really also like the Last of the Mohicans soundtrack. That's another fantastic song.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever seen
That's a good one. I listened to that one too on YouTube. Just put that one on.
Yeah.
Dude, they have metal versions of a lot of these soundtracks too, like metalheads.
Because they out of here.
Like because of all the technology now, like one dude could be an entire band. So like dun, 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 dun. Like they'll just do something.
That's cool.
You know what I mean?
That's cool.
But it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, so I love that stuff. So I like listening to soundtracks, and then I start to picture scenes in my head, and slowly things start to fletch. And I usually do this during walks. That's what I do. I go for long walks. I'm talking like, my God, a couple of miles. Like that's how I get my cardio in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just these long walks, music. I'm out, outside, and I'm just like my brain is going with ideas and scenes and characters and tragedy and arcs and all these different conflicts and things for my characters to go through. And then I start to make little notes and beats, important beats for the issue. And then I start thumbnailing it. I don't put any words. I don't script it out because I want the words to serve the art, not the other way around, because
especially with a comic, right?
Exactly.
Visual medium.
It's 100%, and I think people forget that.
Yeah.
That this is really supposed to be about visual storytelling, powerful visual storytelling.
And the art's
And
going to make him pick it up, and the words are going to bring him back. You know.
yeah, very well said. Yeah, again, that's great. Yeah, that's exactly it. So that's how I do it. And then I start sketching, I start drawing the pages out, and then I color everything and I put the words in last. And don't get me wrong, during that process, I'll have like, oh, that's a really good line. I got
It's a good line, huh?
yeah, so I'll write that down. Okay, good line. All right, yeah. Oh, this is going to be a good thing, And that's the process.
When you get some of those lines, you get kind of giddy, like, oh shit, that's a pretty good line.
Oh yeah, no, I got
like, damn, I
when
can't
I
believe
get
I thought
those,
of
man.
that.
Yeah.
That's
And then you
cool.
really wanna put yourself into your characters too. Like with Chiron, he's gonna go through it. He's
Is
gonna
he
go through a lot.
by the time like you finish this arc? Are you still writing it, or it's or
I have
you're-
it. I have the whole thing
Okay.
all thumbnailed. And like when I say thumbnailed, I have the whole story written, not
Uh-huh.
obviously lettered, but it's all written from A to B. For Chiron's arc, for Blood Realm 2, I have the ending for that.
Was he kind of like writing himself towards the end, like having his own voice towards the
Yeah.
end of this journey for this specific story
Yeah.
you're telling, this arc?
All of
Towards
a
the end?
sudden, yeah, because we see him in Volume 3 for the first time. We mention him in Volume 1. We mention him in Volume 2. And we finally see him in Volume 3. But now we're going to see how he became what we see in Volume 3.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to be doing is it's 6 issues. It's a 6-issue miniseries.
Damn, dude.
It's a big
dope.
one. This is the biggest one. This is double size than the other ones.
To be honest with you, like as a fan of Blood Realm, like he's
Mhm.
one of my favorite characters, if not my
Oh,
favorite.
so
Like
good.
this is something I'm really looking forward to, like an
Oh,
expansion
great.
on the lore of that character.
Oh, I'm so
Yeah.
happy to hear that. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
really happy to hear that because I wanted different artists. So I'm going to be doing this big chunk of his beginning, and then I
Mhm.
want Christian Rossi.
Oh yeah, he's a beast. Yeah.
I want him to come in and do this particular stage of his life. Then I'd like to get. I have to work things out with him. Jeff Elkins maybe to come in and do like this last part. He did Wirehead.
Yeah, he's
the
badass.
second. So that's the plan. I have my issue. My stuff is just about done. Christian is already working, man. He sent me all of the thumbnails and layouts for. He was like, "This issue is crazy. It feels like some biblical epic," and I was like,
Yeah,
"Yeah,
yeah.
man, that's what I'm going for."
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Damn, that sounds cool, man.
I can't wait. I genuinely
shit.
can't wait. And my goal is to make everybody feel some type of like Shakespearean tragedy.
Okay. Yeah, that heavy burden
The heavy burden, right? Exactly, the heavy.
that you got hit with a ton of bricks and you don't know what happened, what you would
Right.
just experience from reading it.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be intense. It's gonna be intense. And
I'm mad excited, man. I can't wait.
me neither. It's killing me.
I have the campaign up right here. If you want, I was gonna say, would you like me to share it or would
Please.
you like? Okay,
no,
cool.
please. Yeah, yeah,
Sure. Give me a second.
absolutely.
Yeah, dude, I can't wait to share this.
Thank you. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it.
Oh, for sure, man. All right, here we go.
Nice.
That's it right here. Blood Realm.
There you
Battle
go.
for Mordred.
There it is.
That's him right there.
That's Chiron Morville. Yep, there he is. So at 3,700, and yeah, we reached our goal. So now is the time to jump in. If you're thinking about it, you want to get back issues. We have the whole back issue bundle. All comics will come signed. This is the merchandise campaign. So we have a T-shirt made up of Chiron Morville, which is his faction. They're called the Iron Wolves, and then we have his arch nemesis, Archdemon Targanis. We have the two sigils there. So right now, what I'm going to do is all backers will get a Velcro patch of that sigil, one of those sigils, and whoever has the most orders. That's why it's called the Battle for Mordred. So right now, the Iron Wolves are in the lead. They are winning. I have to say, man, Chiron Morville is winning.
I'm Team Iron Wolves, dude.
I get it.
I just am, you to see the blood just spilling.
Yeah, no, they're winning, man. The Iron Wolves are winning on the battlefield. So, but it's funny. He's the Blighted One still has his followers too, though. all hail
Dude,
the
I could
blighted
see
one.
like bands naming like stuff after your universe. Like I can see albums of metal like being written about like in the future from now, you know, or
Oh, dude.
soon, dude. Like you have really cool stuff, dude.
Thank you. Thank you.
That should be
And
adapted into music, metal
I
specifically.
would love that.
Any kind of music, but I'm just a metal stan, so
Sure, yeah, man. I could see that. I would. That's something I would love to do. I have friends who are awesome musicians, and we talked about it.
yeah, that'd
So
be dope. A Blood Realm album.
yeah, and then we have that's the Chiron Morville T-shirt.
That's badass.
Yeah, and then
Love
we
these
have the.
sketch cards, man.
Oh, I know. Oh, where are they? Where did I put them? Over there. Yeah, they came in and they look great. They look freaking great and they feel great. I could not believe it. I was really blown away with the quality. These are official Blood Realm sketch cards. And if if you've seen my channel, I do a sketch card almost every day on red paper. And this is going to give you a little taste of what these are going to look like. And it's going to be so cool to draw on these.
You guys got to check out Robert's channel. Like right now, I don't have a link in the description of the video, but I'll put it in later
Sure.
after the video. But
Thank
his
you.
show, man, that's how I discovered him. I don't know. Sometimes the YouTube thing just populates Jason stuff that you watch, and just got one of his live streams. And I was like, oh, this dude's he's into a lot of the same stuff I'm into. I like his artwork, and he has a style that's very unique. I haven't seen anybody really do anything like this. And
man.
you guys, your live streams though, bro. You started doing your live streams recently again, like the past month or so.
Yeah, I'm really
Been really cool seeing you back out there, bro.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Yeah, and I was like, you know what? Because believe it or not, I had to make a good setup for myself. Because like once it was becoming too much of a hassle, I was like, this is a pain in the neck. But now
it's not fun.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But now
there's no point.
100%. So then once I got this set up nice and easy, and I could really film myself nice right up top now, everything has changed. So now I can't wait. I'm going to do another one tomorrow afternoon.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
If you guys hear that, go check that out tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, Geronimo Draws.
It's pretty easy to remember. Geronimo Draws, and his streams are awesome.
Thank you.
He's there busting out some cool art you haven't never seen before, and he's interacting with the chat. And
thanks, brother.
It's really cool stuff, man.
We really have a good time. The chat's great, and we have great conversations. So it's a fun time. This is the map. This is the map of Mordrin. Yeah. These are available. These are really high quality cloth maps.
Oh man.
Yeah, this company that does them, it's no joke. And it's 11 by 17. Wow. It's 11 by 17. It's a beautiful, beautiful product, I have to say. So this is from the last campaign. It comes tattered like that on the edges, like that. They do an amazing job, these guys. So
beautiful.
Yeah, a bunch of people wanted them because they missed out last time. So I brought it back here for this one. So you got the maps.
So you guys
of Mordrin.
Mordrin is, it's just this so dark, man. Like Blood Realm is the perfect name for the title. Imagine Middle Earth, but even darker. I don't want to say it's all Mordor, but it's going there. Like it's pretty. You know what I mean? Like it's you guys.
It's intense.
Do not know what you're missing, and each book is just so massive. Like it's dealing with just biblical iconoclasts, and
yes,
I love the way you just built everything up, man. Like it's like you said, it's been a few years, but now you're now you're going into Chiron's story a little bit, and then you might go into someone else, another, you know what I mean? It's so like I don't know, man. Like just the way you built everything up, it's so massive.
Thank you. Yeah, it's and believe me, even just my responsibility trying to remember things. I was like, all right, so I'll do this. And I'm like, ooh, you can't do that because you have this thing that happened in the past. And I was like, I have a list of things.
You have a massive world, man. Like I heard you guys talking about the possibly a lore Bible or a bestiary. Maybe possible.
Yeah.
That would
probably
be
gonna
badass, dude. Like
you like that idea?
No, I love that idea. Like I think for I don't think every comic book probably needs one. Maybe half of them do, but like this for sure, dude. Like Blood Realm needs one, dude. Like for sure, a bestiary and a Bible that would be freaking awesome, dude. Like, man, someday,
No, it's good to know. I'm planning to eventually do another crowdfunder for the next for the rest of these issues.
Oh yeah, definitely, dude. Hell yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do. So this was like for me to get back into this, get some merchandise,
No, this is a great idea, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I thought, ooh, I like where he's going with this, because I mean, I do my own book too. You know what I mean? And like, I like to see what everybody's doing. I get a kick out of just crowdfunding comics in general. Like, we're a new industry. It's a new time we're in right now, and I take note of what people are doing with their campaigns. And I was like, oh, okay. So he's got some badass merch and different things, and he's offering the books too. It's a good way to bring people in. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm like, wow, that's a brilliant idea.
Yeah, anyone miss any issues, or people like you said who are new, like they like the shirts, but like, oh, what's this comic? Oh, it's based on a comic. You never know.
Yeah, totally, man. Brilliant idea.
So we have little prints here, really high quality prints, 6x9. One of Chiron. That's by Keir Covington. He's a beast. He draws King Cryptid for Pete.
Yeah. Killing it.
Yeah.
Love his work.
And we have Jeff Elkins here. He was one of the artists on Wirehead. And here,
love his work too.
Yeah,
he also had that City of Rot, I believe. Too,
yes,
right?
That's right.
I have that book too, dude. I have like 30 books I have to read. I actually have Wirehead too. I'm gonna read that.
Nice.
I'm gonna do a review on it, but I'm saving it.
Oh, great. Yeah.
I mean, it has to be. I have everything kind of.
That needs to be Halloween time anyway.
Yeah. So it's just kind of hard, but those are both books that I cannot wait to read.
Awesome, man. Yeah.
I like to sit down. I like to carve out like 5 hours, read the book in its entirety, and then do a review on it.
Yeah.
Just do it all in one take where it's all fresh. It's energy. It's, you know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, totally.
And we got the trading cards.
Oh yeah. There we go. There's the trading cards. Yep, we have the trading cards, and their stats are on the back. Yeah,
don't you love that, man?
It's so much fun. I feel like I'm a kid doing this.
You know what I mean? You could bet on it. Like who's gonna take it? Is it gonna be Lord Tyrannus, or is it gonna be Chiron Morval?
That's right. Yeah.
And there it is. I love that, man. When you're laying out your covers, I gotta know, do you do them in thumbnails, right?
Yes, I do.
You draw them small or you draw them big?
The thumbnails, I do small.
I knew it. I knew you did it small because you knew that image is gonna hit, right? Like,
yes,
from that size, you nail
Great
it out.
Point.
And you'll know it's gonna pop from that small, right?
There you go. Yeah, I always do them small, and then I don't redraw it. I take that thumbnail, I blow that up to size, and that's it. Because that's lightning in a bottle. I'm not going to recreate that again.
Yeah, that energy too. It's like each time that you kind of have to go back and duplicate it. It's like,
can't do it.
It's like falling apart. It's like a human that's like deteriorating into a corpse, kind of.
That's right.
It's hard, dude. Like, I do the same thing too, but I have a hard time kind of like transitioning it from the blow up stage, because I'll draw it small like a stick figure, and I try to just capture all the energy and not put any detail whatsoever in it. That way, some of that energy can transfer into detail and other effects and happy accidents that are going to happen towards the process of that.
That's right. Yeah, that's the thing. It's sometimes you have to let your hand just guide you. It's so hard, but yeah,
it's kind of inexplainable sometimes. Other than that,
it's true. It's true.
Man, I love that. The sketch cover commissions.
Yeah, we got those too. Sketch cover commissions are back, front and back. So yeah, and that was the latest issue.
Oh, that's badass, dude.
Yeah.
I like the heart down there too.
Yeah. What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say some of your art actually reminds me of like kind of like comic book art, but mixed with like old like wood carvings.
Yeah. I love printmaking. I don't make prints, but I love the look of printmaking.
I love it too.
That's definitely something. Sorry,
like those old German ones, like they're like, oh, look at this Vlad the Impaler that's, killing people, and they're sensationalizing him even more, and
that's right,
building his lore up.
Timothy Olsen. Thanks for joining, Timothy.
What up, Timothy? Sorry, man, I can't see you right now.
That's funny.
One day I'll get an even better setup once I'm flexing, and I will one day, but it's all good.
Yeah.
And here we go. We got all the back issues.
There we go. There's a couple that I know are out of print, but you can still get the complete story of them with the big giants there on the right.
That's what I got. I got the
Yeah.
Giants, and I was like,
Oh,
damn, I
perfect.
want those little ones. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
know
because they're on
they're
newsprint too, and like I love the smell and I love the newsprint. It's perfect for it. But it's
yeah.
like this is
It's
a series I wouldn't mind having like a couple extra of.
mm,
I don't really like do that. I'm not a
yeah.
guy that buys extra books on stuff, but I would do that for this, just
Awesome,
because
man.
it's so fragile, and I would like to
Yes.
have and again, I'm not blowing any smoke, but your pages, dude, are set up like they're freaking they're like movie posters almost, or just like they could be in an art gallery. They're
Thank you,
works of
man.
art. Each page is. So I'd like to
Thank you.
have multiple copies of the books, and I'd like to have the covers, dude. You know what I mean? But the
Yeah, I
Giants, you don't
know.
get that, and
I
it's
maybe it'd be cool. You got my mind thinking now. Wouldn't it be cool maybe to do a little trading card series of the covers?
that'd
That
be
could be
cool.
cool. That
It'd
might
be
be
cool, like
cool.
even and just your trading cards, dude. Like all the
Yeah.
characters you got, all
I
the
know.
stats.
I'm gonna plan something really big,
You got so
for the
much
next
stuff you
one.
could do, like for campaign for book campaigns and then merch campaigns. Like
I know.
sky's the limit with Blood Realm, dude. Love
It
this stuff.
is. Thank you, brother. Thank you. And
You down to go over some of the tiers?
oh, sure. Yeah, yeah. So the featured one, it's 100, and you get everything. You get both shirts. You get a signed comic of Volume 3, The Giant. You get both prints. You get a sketch card commission. So
Damn, that's a come
yes,
up right there.
right. So you get a sketch card commission on the official Blood Realm sketch card, and you get the trading cards, and there's a foil card of Chiron. So you
Man,
get a lot for your money there. I would say that's like the best one, especially with the sketch card commission.
yeah, the sketch card commission guys. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I really think John Roberts on to something right now with this. Like, you get in now while you got a chance, because
Thank
I
you,
have a
man.
feeling. I mean, I don't like to I don't like to say the word perfect or this is gonna happen or that's
Uh
gonna
huh.
happen or nothing, but
Sure, sure. I hear you.
this thing's gonna be going places further
Thank you, man.
than you can imagine someday, I believe. So get
Oh,
in
thanks,
now and get
brother.
that. If you want, you get the Chiron shirt.
Yep, the Chiron shirt, and we have the Archdemon Targanis shirt beneath it. But yeah, so
Awesome.
everything's there. We some people who are loyal to the blighted one. Well, you can get that right there. That's
That's
everything.
cool.
That's all blighted. Everything blighted. Is your sketch card commission. Any Blood Realm character, fully inked with the white highlights, the whole 9 yards, right there on that card.
Sweet.
Yeah. Back issue bundle, all the issues, the whole story thus far, and the new issue all signed.
That's a steal right there. That's like
Yeah, I know.
like if I was
It
coming
really
into
is.
comics and I could choose one like comic book to buy, like one campaign to
Yeah.
back, like I would that would be the one.
Thank you,
I
man.
mean, you can't beat that deal, man.
No, it's great. It's
Back
great.
issue bundle. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
It's the beauty of them being on newsprint too.
Yeah.
It's the thing. So you
Get
could
two of them, dude. One to just like keep in the plastic and boards, or what the
yeah.
best way you can keep that stored, and then one for
hmm
reading.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. And then we have the Iron Wolf bundle, right? All hail the Iron Wolves too. Warrior of Light. We have
Hell,
everything associated with the Chiron there. We have the map, the cloth map, and then the sketch cover commissions.
that
There you
map,
go.
dude.
Front and back. And I'm making the figures, so good news is that I may have some resin left to make
Oh wow.
two of the small ones. So it was 40 something for the big 6-inch figures of the sisters. I may have some left for the two small ones. So
Oh man, that story with the sisters, that was
yeah.
really, and your book, man, like the world, it's just so creepy and spooky at times,
Yeah.
and as it should be, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, oh man, it needs to be spooky sometimes, and it needs to be brutal, and you do
Yes.
it when it needs to be at all the right times.
Thank you, man.
And the way that you set it up with the Sisters of Fate, right?
Silence.
Silent, sorry.
Yeah.
Man, so cool.
Yeah.
They were scary.
Yeah. And that, the whole idea of them was that they are supposed to be good, and they are good, but their power is their connection to the gods
Yeah.
gave them this ability that is actually horrifying to us. You know,
Right.
so we think that, being connected and to the power of the creator in this world would be beautiful, majestic, angelic. But it ends up something that is absolutely disturbing to us. But it's a gift, so it's very interesting, the vibe with the sisters, because they are human. They were human, so I
You
love
guys got to read. You got to find out.
it. I just love this stuff. I really
Yeah,
do.
man, I love it too. And right now he's sitting at 37.07. That's US dollars, 57
That's
backers.
right.
So if we could get this to 5K, we got
Oh,
3
it'd
days
be
left.
amazing. That
3
would
days
be
is 3 is
amazing.
my lucky number. That's my favorite number.
There you go. Me
you
too.
guys get in there and back this book. You don't know what you're missing.
Yeah, 3 backers away from 60.
Come on,
That's
guys. Let's level it off at 60.
Yeah, do it live. Yeah, and there's a bunch of add-ons too. A bunch of
Those are always
add-ons.
good too, man. Like people like that too on the way out. It's always good to add stuff on.
Yeah.
What's up, Timothy? I don't know if you're still there, but thanks for stopping by. There's this new. I'm sure you've heard of Fund My Comic, right?
What is it? I'm sorry.
Fundmycomic.com.
No, I haven't. Is it
So
like
it's
a Kickstarter?
Yeah, it's a brand new funding site. It just started about 4 months ago. It started.
Oh, really?
And it's by a creator like us named Luke Stone.
Okay.
And he just didn't like what they were doing on some of the other sites, and he wanted to just start it up. And there's a lot of people that are going over there, and they're funding their books, and they're getting their money, and
Wow.
it's a funding site for creators by a creator.
Check that out. I'll check
yeah,
that out. Fund My Comic.
.com. Just go over there and check it out sometime when you got just see. And they take 2% instead of 5 to 7%.
Okay.
I
like
there's
that.
a lot of the campaigns are really easy to build. It's in the again in its infancy stage, but there's a lot of people over there. A lot of big guys in crowdfunding comics. They're gonna start going over there like within the next year or so. I know I'm doing it. I'm doing a book too in about a year or so, a new book. I'm gonna
nice.
I'm gonna do it over there, and
I
definitely
have to see your work. I have to check out your work.
Yeah, this is my character right here. It's called Butch Cleaver. It's a fantasy horror western. It's about this
awesome
this butcher. He gets killed and he's brought back to life by a voodoo curse, and that curse gives him the power to weaponize bone on a molecular level. So
that's great.
It's kind of out there. It's kind of like spaghetti western meets Hammer.
I mean,
sort of 90s comics and horror comics.
Let's go.
It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff, dude. And I'm kind of late to the game as far as comic books making, but I'm doing it, man.
Right.
So but the next book I'm working on, it's called Hell War. It's a Viking bounty hunter comic, and that one's more like Thor mixed with Lobo and the Incredible Hulk.
Do you draw too?
Yeah.
Really?
Draw and write, and I do it all.
Hey, listen, one day join me on the draw stream. Maybe we'll.
Yeah, I'd love to come on someday, man.
Yeah, that would be great. Now, where are you located? Because you're.
I'm in California, Los Angeles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you are.
A little off. Yeah, I'm a little. I mean, if I could do the show earlier, I had it earlier, but this is the time that I have available on the day.
No problem.
And then I do a co-host another show called the Horror Movie Club with Brian Kreisgau, the Six Gun Gorilla artist. Or I'm sorry, writer.
Oh, cool.
And we pick a horror movie that's free, that's not behind a paywall, and we talk about it. And Brian's real big on horror. He's like a wizard of horror. He's an encyclopedic machine. And he usually finds movies that I've never heard of, dude. And because I'm usually like into like pop horror and stuff like that, like all the stuff that we've all heard of. And he's usually schooling me on that. And hopefully we disagree. And people come on, guests come on. Sometimes there's people have books that they're launching. And if they come on, we'll be like, hey, you got a movie, like a horror movie that kind of relates to your book or something, or you like something, whatever you want. They'll come on and we'll talk about their campaign and we'll talk about the movie too. So we do that on Thursdays. And then when I'm starting this back up, I'm going to be doing this for an hour or so.
That's great.
So that's what I do.
Oh, dude, that's fantastic. I love it.
But enough about me, man. I gotta know what's your favorite I don't know if you drink, but what's your favorite? You got a favorite beer?
A favorite beer? I don't drink beer often. I'm
Do you
actually a
drink
wine guy.
Okay, you got a favorite wine?
I do. I like Montepulciano.
That sounds Italian. Okay, sounds good though.
Montepulciano is one of my favorite wines. It's a nice full body red wine.
Okay, I like the red wines.
I like it with my steak.
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
a full red wine, even with my pasta. It's nice to have that. I don't know. I just like a good red wine.
Oh, for sure, man.
Yeah.
When you were over in Italy, would you
Yeah.
ever think about maybe getting a house out there and moving over there?
Totally.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, easy answer.
Because I probably he'd probably move over there. Yeah, because they got all like the stuff that you love, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That you're all about. My brother, my uncle-in-law, he's thinking about possibly buying property over there. And
a lot of people are.
Hopefully, I hear it's good. Like over there, I heard Spain and Portugal are like really good right now.
Oh yeah.
So I might be hopefully get to vacate over there sometimes.
You'll be mooching off.
I'm gonna be going over there like because he's just gonna buy a property hopefully, and I'm like,
wow,
go over there and do some vacating for vacation. I want to go to. Like,
have you
Rome
been there before?
Never, dude. I want to go to Rome.
Yeah,
I want to go to. Yeah. So
if I can suggest a time to go to avoid the insane crowds in Rome, I would go my sweet time, and also I happen to be off because of the school year. January. Let me tell you, January. You think, oh, it's gonna be freezing. It's gonna be freezing. You're in the Mediterranean.
Right, that perfect weather. That's why, dude. That's why everybody's still here in California. That's still here. That aren't crazy.
Yeah,
because the weather it's Mediterranean weather.
That's right.
So that's why we pay so much for rent, and it's kind of hard to leave. But damn, yeah, dude. I would love to like get a house out there, or maybe I wouldn't mind living out there. Even France is kind of cool by the ocean. Or even Spain,
sure.
Portugal, nice little villages on the water.
Oh yeah, man.
Take your siesta, wake up. I'm gonna go buy some bread. I'm gonna get some pasta. I'm gonna go fish. I'm gonna drink some wine. I'm gonna start painting.
All about it.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah,
I'm gonna go for a walk. Oh, there's Brian right there.
What's up, Brian?
What's up, brother? He's over in New York, kind of by you.
Oh, no way. He's by me. Oh, cool.
Yeah. He's over in Sleepy Hollow. He lives over by that. Well, not in Sleepy Hollow. I always fuck with him, but he lives. Oh, sorry, but he lives over there, like by that town.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. He's not too far from me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool, man.
Amazing.
Heck yeah.
Amazing. So yeah, I recommend that wine. Oh, so the Montepulciano. I recommend
Montepulciano. Okay.
I like it a lot.
That sounds good, man.
Yeah.
I was gonna say thanks for coming on the show, man. I really appreciate it.
I'm honored that you reached out. So I really appreciate it and letting me talk about the campaign and Blood Realm. This was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, man. Anytime. I'd love to have you on again. There's a million things I'd love to pick your brain about and talk Blood Realm with, and any a lot of stuff, art and dude.
Well,
as you can see, Robert's a wellspring of knowledge. So.
Oh, thank you, man. Listen, we will do that draw stream. I'll work it out. I want to do like a guest draw stream because there's other creators out there, So people who aren't from Alterna,
Oh, okay.
And we'll do like a day. I'll figure it out, and if whoever can make it, and maybe it'll be for the night one if possible. On the one I do on either Tuesday or Wednesday, and then guys, everyone could talk about their books as we're all drawing, and we'll go for an hour and a half, whatever, and I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
Okay, good. Oh, great. Awesome.
Yeah, I would love that.
Great.
Well, man, is there anywhere that the fine folks watching can find you right now?
Yeah, that's right. So you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Geronimo Draws and YouTube Geronimo Draws. Pretty easy. But Instagram, I can't figure out that algorithm. I'm just
me neither. I mean, I know like there. YouTube. Like YouTube, I started doing those shorts. And TikTok. I mean, where all the kids are on TikTok right now. And so YouTube's trying to combat that with the shorts. And I'm not going over to TikTok yet. I'm sure I will one day. I'll be forced to and try to learn it.
Right.
But right now, if I have time, I try to do the shorts. So I'll do like little, like we were talking about, like the little breakdown, and then I'll do a drawing. Like maybe I'll do fan art, you know, I'll do encrypted.
Yeah.
Someone will have me do something like it's in the space of a character that I like that's around us. That way, I don't know, it's just fun, dude. And I'll maybe have like 10 different slides of me going from thumbnail to inks with pencils all the way through, you know, and slap on some metal band I like, and they're getting more views than a lot of my other stuff. So I guess people are like into that quick wham bam thank you man content, you know. So I don't know. It's been pretty fun. I try to do it sometimes. So
dude, that's great.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. That's fantastic. Well, I'll definitely be in touch with that, and please give me your recommendation on the bands, man.
Yeah, okay. I'll try to find some good ones for you, because now I know. I think I know what you like, probably. So
all right, sounds great.
Oh yeah,
perfect.
Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks Robert again for coming on. It's been a few months since we've had a show. I'm going to be doing this hopefully every Thursday now at 11, which is basically Friday Junior. We're starting the weekend off early, and yeah, always remember, guys, to be bold, be brave, and you got to roll the bones to know your role. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.